Yep, news in the morning. Sorry. It's what I got. It's either that or quiet. I'm just now getting back into recording anyway. Just cause I hadn't recorded in like 3 weeks. It's just like I just couldn't be bothered for a little while. I had to take a little detox time. So it was a lot less talking to myself as I was driving. Alright.
Israel's not the 5 million citizens in that range. The only reason so far that there have been no casualties in the Israeli side is largely because of the Iron Dome missile defense system, which has knocked down over 100 of these projectiles, the ones that were mostly aimed towards the civilian population.
The Israelis have come under some criticism because of their attacks inside Gaza, because the population is so dense there, is that it is unavoidable to kill those that would be considered innocents, women and children.
Pretty much. I mean, Israel acknowledges as much, saying that they're doing their utmost to avoid the civilian casualties. But the problem here, not only is that Gaza is dense, but according to Israel, Hamas is using them as human shields. It's firing rockets from residential neighborhoods, mosques, schools, anything in which they know that Israel is going to be hesitant to fire back. And so Israel really going to great lengths to warn the citizens there, to break into their broadcast, to fire warning shots ahead of time. But obviously, it's not a surefire approach. The death toll in Gaza now crossing 100. We don't have the exact breakdown, but we know at least a few dozen of those are civilians involved. And the irony of this is that Israel is doing its utmost to avoid it, and while saying that Hamas is doing its utmost for them to be harmed, so that Israel will look bad. So, I mean, it's really a tricky situation over there, and there's no end in sight after 4 days.
Aaron Heller, the Associated Press correspondent, with us live from Jerusalem this morning. KNX News Time 525. Your traffic and weather together on the 5s, brought to you by McDonald's. And here's Jen.
All right, it's a great day to be driving this morning because I'm not seeing a lot of delays anywhere. Everything looks really good. Coming out of the valley, especially on the southbound 101, you're fine. Heading down into downtown, southbound Golden State also looks good. The southbound drive across the valley flow on your 405 south wide open as well. All the way down to LAX. Northbound side of the 405 looks great coming up from the Signal Hill area.
Apparently Honda wants to make a statement to that truck.
So we're in great shape there. We had an earlier problem on the 91 westbound at 14th. That cleared under the number 1 lane. I am seeing a little bit of delay now in terms of the California.
This Honda wants to make a statement to me.
Corona crawl. But it's good.
You're
it looks
riding
pretty
your
good.
goddamn brake.
Volume starting around McKinley through the 15 interchange. But otherwise, I think we're in great shape depending on where you need to go. You probably shouldn't. You won't have any problems. You'll be in great shape.
Boy, we're backed up. Buffering.
We'll
have a lot of morning clouds around Southern California today, but we go to sunny skies by later this afternoon. Low 80s downtown, some 70s along the beaches later today, and some 80s in the valleys. If you're headed to the desert for the weekend, look for the temps to be in the mid-90s, a little bit cooler than we saw last weekend. By the time we get into the early part of Sunday and into Monday maybe, there's a chance that the moisture will come back in the area, and a slight chance of some thunderstorms in the mountains and deserts through the middle part of next week. Right now, Studio City has 64, Corona has 63, Pasadena 64, and in Sherman Oaks right now, it's 62 degrees.
Helping you make the most of your money. Money 101 with Bob McCormick.
How to avoid a rear-end collision in traffic. Sometimes you don't react fast enough, or you could be distracted and roll right into the person in front of you. But not with the Smart City braking support system, now available on some cars like Mazda.
Smart City brake support is something you're seeing in Mazda, and I think also in Volvos, and that's in slow city traffic situations where traffic may be creeping and maybe you're not paying attention, and in slow speed situations, the Mazda 3 and some of the Volvo vehicles will stop stop the car.
Feature editor at Edmunds.com, Carol Locknut, says this comes as part of the technology package for $2,600 on those models. But there's also something called Lane Watch on Honda Accord and Fit.
Now we're up to over 85% availability, either as an option or as standard equipment. By 2018, backup cameras will have to be standard equipment in new cars.
Backup cameras are now available on up to 85% of models. Bob McCormick, Money 101, KNX 1070 News.
Did you know your ugly, cracked, stained, embarrassing driveway, patio, or walkway can actually earn you money? I'm Larry Green, CEO of System Pavers, America's #1 designer and installer of elegant outdoor living systems. This summer, love your home again and turn your old hardscapes into big savings with our free demolition and instant recycling cash credit. Call System Pavers today at 877-PAVE-002 and you'll save like never before, because we'll demolish and remove your old, ugly concrete, brick, or asphalt for free and give you an instant recycling cash credit toward our beautiful interlocking pavers, SP turf, custom built in barbecue, fire pits, and wonderful outdoor lighting. This could add up to hundreds, even thousands in savings, but you must call now at 877-PAVE-002. Don't wait. Our free demolition, removal, and instant recycling credit only applies to new projects for completion by July 31st. 877-PAVE-002, 877-PAVE-002, or systempavers.com.
Contractor's license number 661575.
Progressive Insurance presents Flo's newest song. We compare rates to give you confidence.
We compare rates to find you a great deal, so you can be even more confident. Not that you need more confidence. I'm sure you're a great person with great posture, and you probably look really good in corduroy pants, which is easy.
Comparing rates to help you save. Visit Progressive.com today.
I like when people put stickers on their car. They almost always claim auto buy.
Attention former students.
Nobody claims Decepticon. Everybody thinks they're the good guy.
Stop worrying. Nationwide Student Aid can help solve your student loan problems and consolidate all your student loans into one lower monthly payment. It doesn't matter how much you owe, how far behind you are, or even if you're in default. Nationwide Student Aid can help cut your student loan payments fast, guaranteed. Don't wait another second. Call the Student Aid Helpline at 866-605-7305 to get the help you need. 866-605-7305.
CBS Thursday. In a city of a million crimes,
Come along, Watson. Dead body awaits.
Sherlock Holmes is one of a kind.
You would classify this as a homicide, would you not?
Yeah.
You would be wrong.
Sherlock Holmes is pretty hard.
Now, you're over here because you want to turn, which means you're planning on turning up there.
Because of who I have come to know.
See why critics say Elementary
Idiot
is so
in the
good.
truck before you didn't want to go.
We won't come out together. I consider you to be exceptional.
Thank you.
Elementary, Thursday, only CBS.
Where the News Watch never stops. Always live and local. This is KNX 1070 News Radio.
Good morning, I'm Dick Hilton.
And I'm Vicki
Now watch
Moore.
this
Some
guy.
of our top stories.
How consumers are spending their money.
Plus, California planning its spending for some leftover cash.
It's Friday,
Come on,
July
Chuck.
11th. Here's
Chuck.
what's happening right now at 5:30.
Chuck!
Economists have cut their forecast of how much the consumer will be spending the rest of the year. KNX Money editor Bob McCormick has the story.
In fact, our spending rose just 1% in the first quarter, the smallest increase in 4 years, and a sign that consumers are reluctant to spend freely. And by the way, that makes up 75% of the growth in the economy. So the National Association of Business Economists have cut their expectation for the spring months to 3%, down from 3.5%. Meanwhile, the stock market, which has been down 3 out of 4 days this week,
Wow, the
is
traffic's
poised for
now
a
going
rebound.
almost
We had
to
a
the
big
curve
earnings report
behind
just
me.
come in from Wells Fargo. Details in less than 10. Bob McCormick, KNX 1070 News
It
Radio.
means it's halfway to the
For the
park.
first time in 7 years,
Halfway down that
California's
other
ending
block
the
to the
fiscal
park.
year with some leftover cash. The state still has $1.5 billion in the general fund. Money the governor says could go to paying down the state of California's debt.
The word is, at least for now, illegal immigrants will no longer be flown from Texas to the San Diego area. They say the backlog from Central America has apparently dwindled, and Texas is now able to process more of them there. Border Patrol officials say the decision to stop flights has nothing to do with protests in Murrieta. They are also not ruling out starting up flights again in the future.
Officials from the U.S., Mexico, and Central American nations are meeting in Nicaragua today.
And the reason
White
you
House
don't
and
ride
Congress
to the
trying
far
inch toward a compromise
right of the
on
lane like the
immigration.
car behind me
Homeland Security Secretary
is a truck
Jim
that's
Johnson
pushing
says
in front of somebody
$3.7
else.
billion in emergency spending is necessary.
We have
Stay to the right. Make it hard for
return
them.
people
and we have to show others in Central America that we are returning people.
Now, the Republicans in the House want a quicker way to deport the Central American migrants, something the administration had initially
didn't break the law.
but then backed off when political allies complained.
Republicans in Congress now have a draft of the lawsuit they plan to hit President Obama with.
All right,
The White House has issued a
7:37.
statement that says the lawsuit is an example of Republicans playing
reflection
Washington
of
politics
lights up
instead of
ahead.
helping to improve the economy. As Mr. Obama said while visiting Austin, Texas,
Rather than wage another political stunt that wastes time, wastes taxpayers' money, I've got a better idea. Do something.
the White House statement says the president is doing his job, lawsuit or not, and it's time Republicans in Congress did theirs. Dan Raviv, CBS News.
I don't know if I need to get over to the
The
left or
lawsuit
to the right.
accuses the president of wrongly delaying the employer mandate, part of health reform, and we will get more on the lawsuit at 5:47 when we speak with CBS News Capitol Hill correspondent Nancy Cordes.
Secretary of State John Kerry
There's a
will meet
bunch of
will be
cop
meeting
cars
with
on the left side.
foreign ministers at
I don't know if you can see
meeting in
it.
Germany today. They're talking about those spying concerns.
Couple of cop cars on the side, one in the middle. There's a cop walking down the middle there. Somebody's exhaust up ahead is sucking. It's Actually, he got into his car in the middle, is whether or not he's going to move his car from the middle. There's a cop pulling back into traffic. Okay, now you had to block my view. Thank you. That's why you're not an Autobot. Here's some kind of camera pointing at traffic. What is this? KITV. What happened here? Why is KITV recording the traffic? What's going on over there? I don't know. But anyways, we're on our way. On our way back to work. There, music. Bad parodies, but it's music. Christ, what's going on? Yeah, get out of the way if you don't want to go. It's fine if you don't want to go. You just need to get the fuck out of the way. Let people out of the way. Yeah. Really need to move. Oh, you do that then. Your back lights don't work. Alrighty. Tonight.
problem with flooding is that it's often hard to predict which areas will be inundated and which will be spared.
Now, meteorologists are turning
Coming
to
up on the Walmart area.
areas where the water is most likely to rise.
The Walmart. At the
A
Walmart, yeah.
lot of pain relievers out there, but there's a powerful one you may not have heard of. Salon Plus Jet Spray. Salon Plus Jet Spray.
Not heard of Salon Plus. Really?
Pain relieving spray, perfect for sore muscles or joints.
You may not have heard of them. Yep, yeah, we have. Everybody's heard of fucking Salon Plus.
Hours and hours. Look for the blue bottle, the blue cap, and spray your water to relief. Salon Plus. Powerful relief when and where you need it. Use as directed.
At Camping World, we feature the best RV products and prices to fit your lifestyle. Join 250,000 happy RV buyers who all enjoy rock-bottom pricing on everything, like travel trailers, starting at $109 a month, or motorhomes as low as $399 a month. Plus, shop outdoor products like chairs, bikes, grills, and more. With over 100 super centers nationwide, we've got you covered. Visit campingworld.com to find a super center near you. Payments not inclusive of tax, title, license, and dealer dock fees where applicable. See dealer for complete details.
Each year, floods kill people and cause serious property damage, so it would be very helpful if there was some way to predict floodwaters as far in advance as possible. Right now, if we're lucky, we can get warnings hours, sometimes even days ahead of some floods. But new research is trying to extend that warning period to months, maybe even years, at least for some floods. Experts are using satellite monitoring data to detect very small changes in the gravitational fields of river basins. With information from a satellite called GRACE, researchers mapped the Mississippi River Basin. They found that those small changes help them determine the wetness of the land. Wire the soil, or to soak up and store water, and reduce the chances of a flood. If the soil is already wet and can't hold more water, flooding is more likely. GRACE can provide data on water sources in the area, surface water, groundwater, even snow, and show which areas run a higher risk of getting soaked. Scientists say based on their research so far, they can give up to 11 months warning for some floods. There are exceptions, of course. It's still nearly impossible to give much warning for a flash flood, for example. They'll simply happen too quickly. But satellites can help experts to see historical patterns of large-scale flooding. The hope is more research will give people enough time to get ready for the floodwaters.
Because of wetness.
And maybe save lives. The Osgood File. I'll see you online on Facebook, Twitter, and at theosgoodfile.com. This is Charles Osgood on the CBS Radio Network.
And at this time, it's a 5:40 as I pay for your money.
Sounds filthy.
Well,
wetness.
Kicked off the bank earnings season with a big field
that truck
goal
mostly
from
open?
Wells Fargo, a California-based bank had profits of nearly 5 3/4.
Oh, it's an insulation sprayer.
On the books, its lending and its mortgage banking results are for signs that consumer health is improving and economic growth is picking up.